Hey Adam, my name is Panyia, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you guys can do today to help bring in more customer to your business and have them be able to find you guys online if they don't really know who you guys are. So most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, it's simple. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is that they don't know who is an expert and who isn't. So I found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business for free has resulted in some of these local business owners raising their hands and saying, I like you, Panyia, come do this for us. So if by the end of this video you like what you heard and you see that I have a lot of tricks on my sleeve that can help with your business, shoot me an email or a call and we can definitely chat. Or if by the end of this video you simply want to take this information and do them yourself, that works for me as well. So now, let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So the first thing I want to go over is content. So everything you see me highlighting here, all of these are considered content. And content is basically what Google uses in order to understand what it is that you guys do and the service you guys provide in order to drive the right traffic to your website. And many business owners know that they need content. However, what they don't know is that the average length of the #1 result on Google for remodeling company is at least 1,500 to 2,400 words. So for you to show up at the top of Google, you need at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords. And when we talk about content, it's not just what's on the surface of your website, but also what's behind it. For example, if we save this photo right here, we can see that this is what's saved as, and this is actually what Google is reading. And from the looks of it, it doesn't look like you guys are including any keywords that people are searching onto Google hidden into your images. So this is definitely something I would recommend you guys to do to help with your content. And then the next thing I did was I copy and paste all of your content into this word counter. And as we can see here, you guys have about 2,200 words, which is great. And if we go to this tool I use called Eras, this is a super cool tool to use because it lets me see behind the scene of what is happening behind a website. So when I put your website into this tool, we can see here that you guys are ranking for 288 keywords, and that's driving in a total of 230 in traffic. And something that I noticed is that if we look at your keywords, we can see here that a lot of the keywords you guys are ranking for are questions, and I'm pretty sure these are from your article. And having article is definitely a great way to market and gain visibility. However, if we compare that to one of your competitor, Mission Home Remodeling, this is one of your top competitor. When I type into Google kitchen remodeling San Francisco, as we can see, they are right here. We can see here that they are only ranking for 67 keywords. However, that is already driving them in a total of 360 in traffic. And if we look at the type of keywords they're ranking for, we can see here that instead of ranking for like questions, they are ranking for buyer intent keywords, such as kitchen remodeling San Francisco, home renovation San Francisco, because these keywords itself is driving in a total of 200 and 150 in search volume, to which you guys are missing out on because you are not ranking for these type of keywords. So we definitely want to go into your website and start including these buyer intent keywords. That way you're able to drive in these type of traffic into your website. Because compared to ranking for questions keywords, buyer intent keyword targets people who are actually looking to buy, whereas keywords such as how long does it take to build a room, although people search that up, it doesn't mean that they are looking to buy. So what you want to be ranking for your website, you want to be ranking for these buyer intent keywords. That way you're able to drive in people who are looking to buy into your website rather than driving people who are just curious into your website. And then the next thing I want to talk about is citation. So I went to Google and typed in kitchen remodeling San Francisco. Usually the first thing we're going to see is the sponsored ad section. This is usually the section where businesses are paying Google to be up on. However, study does show that ads are only semi-effective and can definitely become a money pit if the ads are effective. And then this area is where citation matter most. So this area is called the Google Map Pack or the maps. This is where 40% of your traffic will come from. And in order to get into the top 3 of the maps, you need citation. And citation is basically your business name, address, and phone number listed through various directories such as Yelp, Yellowbook, Whitebook, local pages, and even Facebook have an area where you can submit a citation. So the more citation you have, the more relevant you are to Google, and the more likely Google will push you to the top 3 of the maps. And then this is the third and last thing I want to talk about. So this area is called the organic section. This is where 60% of your traffic will come from. And in order to get here to the top, you need authority. And how do you get authority? Well, it all comes down to backlinks. And a backlink is basically one website linking to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. Kind of like a vote of confidence, but in Google eyes, this is a passing authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. However, not all links are created equally. So let me give you an example. Since one of the service you provide is kitchen remodeling, if you have another website that also provide that service or something similar linking back to you, that will be more effective in giving you authority than, let's say, an ice cream shop linking back to you, because hey, you guys don't sell ice cream for a living, right? So that would not be so good for your website. And if we go back to this tool, we can see here that you guys have about 477 backlinks going back to your website. And if we take a look at it, we can see here that you guys have a couple spam link going back to your website. These are basically the ice cream link that you do not want for your website, because they can really tank your ranking on Google. So we definitely want to go in and remove the spam link and get you guys more relevant link for your website. And if we take a look at your competitors, we can see here that they have about 423 backlinks going back to their website. And although they have lesser links than you guys do, like I mentioned, not all links are created equally. So some may be more powerful and some may be weaker. And in this case, even though they have lesser links than you guys do, it seems like they have more powerful links than you guys do. That's why they're ranking on the first page for a lot of the buyer intent keywords that they're ranking for. So something that we can definitely do is we can actually go into their links, and we can actually take all of the good links that they have and go after them for your own website, as well as adding even more powerful and relevant links for your website to beat out your competitor. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Once again, we went over content, making sure your front page have at least 1500 words. Citation, you want to have more citation than your competitor to beat them and it can push to the top of the map. And then backlinks, you need more relative site pointing back to you guys to show Google that you are the authority. And if you implement these strategies today, you can definitely be #1 across Google. And yeah, Adam, you can either go with this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call at 916-382-2906. Once again, my name is Panyia and my number is 916-382-2906. If not, no worries, but I will love some feedback on this video. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you, and have a great day.